Free speech on high school and college campuses is back in the headlines. One student's attempt to carry on Charlie Kirk's legacy by fostering conservative dialogue was met with a wave of intense hostility. Geonwoo Lee set up a Turning Point USA chapter at Henry M. Jackson High School. It's just outside Seattle. He immediately was faced with intense backlash, from receiving hate-filled messages to outright death threats on social media. You're looking at video of him right here. All this happened before his newly formed group even held its first meeting. He's now speaking out, arguing that campuses should remain sanctuaries for free speech.
America, since its very conception, has been a nation dedicated to the free exchange of ideas, a sanctum of free speech, open debate, and honest dialogue. These core pillars that make up the American ethos are not negotiable, but indispensable to the American experiment. Within the first 24 hours of launching my Turning Point USA chapter, I received dozens of hostile messages on both my club and personal accounts. Some of these messages escalated into outright death threats simply because of my political alignment.
Joining me this morning live, Geonwoo Lee, the president of TPUSA high school chapter at Henry M. Jackson High School in Washington State. Geonwoo, thanks for being with us this morning, and thanks for your courage. Appreciate you being here.
Shannon, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
So you shared a little bit in your video clip there that we shared. Describe the pushback that you received. Was it mostly happening in the hallways, or did it really follow you home through social media?
Well, it mainly was in social media. Within the first 24 hours, like I mentioned, hate pages got made of me. And then it escalated into going into DMs on both my personal and club accounts, saying things like, you should die, or that this is a joke, you should stop, why are you doing this? And it just escalated, and then it went on to, I had a Google form linked to my Instagram page for people who wanted to become officers, and that obviously just got flooded with trolls. However, it escalated into real life intimidation after we had our first successful meeting. Our first meeting had over 40 people in attendance, and it was a huge success. Well, what happened was, after, people would go onto the Instagram post, see who attended, and I had some people even come up to me and say that people were heckling them in the hallways for attending.
Whoa. So they were targeted for attending a meeting of their choosing. What was the reaction when you brought this up to administration?
Well, the administration, to their credit, has been pretty good. They have been pretty fair, I feel like. But also, because most of the social media threats are anonymous, and the hate pages, we don't know who made them, the school really said it's out of their hand. They can't really do anything about it.
Really? So you didn't get support from administration. What about law enforcement? Were they able to back you up? Or did you get any support there?
No, because once again, the accounts are anonymous. They said it's really out of their hand. Their hands are tied.
You mentioned that, not all the responses were negative. There were 40 people who showed up, and you did get a bit more support as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, although it might be a minority, there are a significant amount of people, not just at my school, but in my community, who actually support my message. I get messages on social media saying things like, hey, keep it up. I like what you're doing. Don't listen to these people. And even sometimes at school, people come up to me in private in the hallways during passing period and say, hey, I love what you're doing. Keep it up. And also, I get a lot of support. For example, our club advisor, Mr. Schwenke, without him supporting and being able to advise the club, it wouldn't be possible. So there are significant, although a minority, there are significant amount of support.
Yeah, it takes courage from, school officials as well to step out and back you. And I'm thrilled to hear that you have someone there that will back you up, right, and give you the support you need. I'm curious, your message to students out there in general who maybe want to set up a chapter but may be intimidated and face the pushback, the backlash that you receive, what would you say to them?
I would say do it. I would say don't compromise on your values and beliefs because of fear of backlash. I would say, after all, America was founded upon the principles of free speech and open debate. And this is what Charlie Kirk would have wanted. Before I started this club, after Charlie Kirk got assassinated, when I first proposed the idea to the public, I had many people come up to me and say, hey, the school will never allow this to happen. Hey, you're never going to get this started. But I didn't listen to them. I started the club, and 3 months later, I am here with you. So I would say double down, triple down, even quadruple down if you have to. And if there's a local Turning Point USA chapter, join it. And if there isn't one, you should start one.
Well, God bless you. more voices, not fewer, right? Just remind them when in the face of opposition, more voices, not fewer. It's healthy. It's how our democracy works. Geonwoo Lee, the president of the TPUSA chapter at Henry M. Jackson High School, will be following your journey. And folks like you, young folks like you, give me great hope for our future. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Sharon.
Sometimes a story comes along.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.